good.
Okay, we got the panel, got everyone in here today.
The panel.
All right, so all right, everybody, tell me where you're from. I'm going to start with Jess.
Okay, Jess Owens. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. The accent came out. It came out. Sorry.
DJ Sean Don or Donnie. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
My name's Unique Jordan. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
And I am Bradley Otis Chambers Jr., America's
Period.
sweetheart.
Mm.
And I'm from the 202,
Okay,
Washington,
202.
D.C. finest.
Okay, so today we're covering intersectionality. I'm glad everyone came. I know everyone traveled from far and near, high Uber rates and everything else. So, we had to get it where we could.
Yes.
What do you guys do? Tell me about your jobs. This is what pays me.
So what pays the bills is I'm a receptionist at a country club downtown in Montgomery.
Okay.
And I'm also doing a little bit of marketing there as well. So social media ads, member relations type of stuff. That's what pays the bills. Not long term though.
Okay, what's the culture like on that side?
Oh, it's interesting. So it's always been rich, upper echelon white folks.
Okay.
It has changed a little bit in dynamic, as Montgomery has changed a little bit in dynamic. It's not as Caucasian anymore. It's actually more black now.
Okay.
And more democratic. So you have a lot more younger minds coming in, a little bit more open thinkers.
When you say younger minds, what age are we talking? What do you define as younger on that side?
Mid-20s, early 30s, even to mid-30s. So, not 80, 85, which was really the climate at first. But it's a nice, diverse atmosphere now. Not as diverse as it should be.
Okay.
But we're heading that direction.
Okay.
I do feel like that.
Okay. All right.
I am a product marketing manager and I also DJ.
Okay, DJ.
Yes.
Okay, products.
Also, I founded a nonprofit, mental health nonprofit. So like the Self Juice is called Louder specifically for women in the entertainment industry.
Oh,
Absolutely.
nice.
Yes.
And what's the purpose of your brand?
My brand itself.
Well, in terms of Louder.
Oh, in terms of Louder.
Yes.
Louder's purpose is to just be a mental health awareness advocate for every woman in entertainment. So whether you are a chef, a dancer, screenwriter, director, any aspect of entertainment, that's what it's for. It's to advocate for those women to get in these spaces and to bring ourselves to the table or create our own.
Okay. If you don't mind, what inspired the creation of?
I am always surrounded by so many talented black women in general, but mostly black women.
Yeah.
All of my friends, they really inspired me. I would honestly say just becoming into the entertainment industry, I felt that need to have friends who I could lean on or just that mental health support when invoices weren't getting paid or figuring out what to do next or how to make the next move within the entertainment industry without selling ads.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So that's what really inspired it, my friends.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Unique?
Hey. Still trying to get my mind together, but I am a mental health therapist. I am serving black and brown folks, mainly in Virginia. That's where I'm licensed. This has been, a ride for me. I'm almost coming up on my year anniversary of being in private practice.
Okay, congrats.
So,
Survive
Survive COVID. It's a whole thing. So, a lot within that sector.
By way of Midwest.
So,
Okay.
But I think that my clients love me. They appreciate my authenticity, my rawness, my just overall care and concern, and the fact that I specifically work within our population. It's like, okay, she understands the assignment. Okay. So that's what I'm doing in these streets.
Okay. What encouraged the creation of the
Oh,
practice?
Lordy Jesus. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We needed it.
We got time.
Okay.
Okay.
On a Saturday.
Yes, on a good Saturday. Well, I was working as a counselor in a crisis center in Fairfax, Virginia, primarily white populated. And I know this is probably a lot of people's inspiration, but specifically for me, when George Floyd killing happened, there was a lack of support from my white counterparts. And again, I am serving communities and, you know, trying to work through my own traumas, and there was just no conversation about like, how are you doing? What's going on? Do you need a space to talk? So basically, I just went the fuck off at work, and
No, that's real.
I went off. I went off. And it wasn't expected because for me, I'm more like low key chill. I've always had multiple jobs, so you know, for me to I did my job, but I did jobs while at work.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So like I said, I was just more so like focused to myself. But when I spoke out in the way that I did, it was like, maybe we should do something. But over time, I mean, pretty much God just told me that you're gonna leave your job, and I said, oh, okay, that's funny. And I, you know, segued into private practice. I was doing that part time, but essentially after just not receiving the support that I needed and the support that I felt like my community needed, I said, I'm out.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing.
As a therapist,
Yes.
with that lack of support within that community as you work there, let's dissect that for a second. I want us to touch on
Okay, let me sip my
that.
coffee.
Because everyone's job who's in that room is to take care of someone else's trauma, to acknowledge what's going on, and to give the best suggestions on how it could either cope or move towards a better direction.
Right.
When you saw your colleagues and the people in those rooms not have the same idea and sentiment for people they worked with, how did that feel?
It felt extremely neglectful. One, as counterparts of being in the psychology field, social workers, counselors, the fact that you couldn't turn the lens to your own colleagues who you have conversations with about everything under the sun, cats, dogs, sex, anal, like all kinds of things we're talking about, right? But we can't talk about my identity. We can't talk about how these social injustices impact me as an individual on a real personal level outside of the shits and giggles and surface level stuff. Like I said, that was just neglectful for me in terms of being a professional. But again, like I said, on that person-to-person level, we spend 12.5 hours together. In each other's spaces. Overnight shifts, like, you know, really in the trenches with one another, but it didn't translate when it came to these issues. So, dismissive, neglectful, ignorant, Chill, wait a minute. Okay. This is a space or a topic that I still don't process.
Take your time.
I know. Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm not about to sit here. But it was a lot. It was a lot. And I just, looked at the grand scheme of things, and like I said, in the area that I was in, and saw the lack of representation. So I said, I'm done serving white people.
Are you ready to go?
There.
I got you.
I'm there with you.
Let me move along.
Okay.
So, and that's where I am. And even when I initiated private practice on a part-time level, just the outpouring was like it's still overwhelming,
Yes.
to this day.
Had talks.
Yeah, we have a lot of talks. And, sorry for the folks that I haven't reached out to that reached out to me. I'm overwhelmed, but, I try to, my wait list is like ridiculous. But, even within that just let me know that my presence was needed. And what's so funny is before I left, and I love him, he was one of my white counterparts, one of my supervisors. He was like, do you think that you're going to get these clients? And I said, he was, he's in private practice too. Yeah. So he, understood. Right. The concern was real. But like I said, he's been very supportive. But I said to him, yeah, there's people that's waiting for me. Like, I know this. And like I said, it just came into fruition. And I'm grateful. I'm humbled. It's been a ride. But nonetheless, like, I would not